Think your child's favorite toy is safe? You might want to think again. The toys we trust could be hiding more dangers than we ever imagined. Many parents assume that if a toy is on store shelves, it must be safe for their children. Company. After all, these toys have gone through some sort of approval process, right? Unfortunately, the reality is not always that simple. Just because a toy is being sold in a big store or is made by a well-known brand, it doesn't mean it's completely safe. Some toys that are popular and trusted can still contain hidden risks that we might not see right away. For example, toxic chemicals can be found in the paint or materials of some toys, which can be harmful if kids put them in their mouths or touch them too much. Other toys might have small parts that could break off, creating a choking hazard, especially for younger children. Even noise levels from certain toys, like musical instruments or electronic games, can be a problem. If they're too loud, they can actually damage a child's hearing over time. It's easy to overlook these things when a toy seems fun or educational. The truth is, even trusted brands can sometimes have issues that affect the health and safety of kids. That's why it's so important for parents to understand these risks. By being informed, you can make better choices for your children and keep them safe from harm. Every parent wants to give their child the best toys. But did you know that some of the most popular children's toys could actually be dangerous? It might sound surprising, but toys that look fun and safe can sometimes hide serious risks. In this video, we're going to uncover the hidden dangers that could be sitting right in your child's toy box. This is important information for every parent, grandparent, and caregiver to know. Stay with us to learn how to protect the kids you love. Toys are more than just items to play with, they're a big part of childhood memories. But why are some toys more popular than others? One big reason is marketing. Children are heavily influenced by what they see on TV, YouTube, and social media. If a toy is featured in a popular show or advertised with bright colors and catchy jingles, kids naturally want it. Parents, wanting to make their children happy, often buy these toys without thinking twice. Another factor is peer pressure. If a child's friends have a certain toy, they might beg their parents to buy it for them too. It's easy to get caught up in trends when it seems like everyone else is doing it. But just because a toy is popular doesn't mean it's safe. In fact, some of the most popular toys in recent years have been found to have hidden dangers. Toy companies know how to appeal to kids, and they often create toys with features that grab attention. Whether it's bright lights, sounds, or familiar characters from movies and cartoons. These features make toys attractive, but they also sometimes distract parents from noticing safety issues. It's important to remember that a toy's popularity or brand name doesn't always guarantee safety. Let's dive into some of the most common dangers hidden in popular toys. These might not be immediately obvious, but they can cause serious harm to children. Choking hazards. Many toys come with small parts that can easily break off. For younger children, these small parts can become choking hazards. Even toys that seem big and safe at first can break into smaller pieces over time. It's important to always check toys for small detachable parts, especially when they are meant for kids under 3 years old. Small parts are one of the most common causes of toy-related injuries in children. Toys like building blocks, dolls with accessories, or toys that have removable parts pose risks if they break or if a piece is accidentally swallowed. Choking can happen in an instant, and it's especially dangerous for toddlers who love putting things in their mouths. Make sure to follow the age guidelines on the toy packaging and avoid toys with small parts if your child is under 3. Toxic materials. Some toys are made with chemicals that can be harmful to children, especially if they put them in their mouths. Lead, BPA, and phthalates are just a few examples of dangerous chemicals found in certain plastic toys. Even though many countries have strict regulations, some toys with harmful materials still make it onto the market. These toxic chemicals can be especially dangerous for younger children, as their bodies are still developing. For example, lead exposure can affect a child's brain development, and BPA has been linked to health issues related to hormones. Phthalates are another chemical used in soft plastic toys, which can be harmful if children chew on them. It's a good idea to look for toys that are labeled BPA-free or lead-free, and to buy from trusted brands that meet safety standards. Magnetic toys. Magnetic toys can be a lot of fun, but they can also be very dangerous. If a child swallows 2 or more small, high-powered magnets, they can stick together inside the body and cause serious injuries. It's not just magnets in the toy itself, but also the tiny magnetic balls that come with building sets or other toys. These magnets are small enough to be swallowed, but powerful enough to attract each other inside a child's intestines. If swallowed, the magnets can cause serious damage, including blockages or tears in the digestive system. This can lead to emergency surgery or, in some cases, life-threatening situations. While many magnetic toys have been recalled, some are still available for sale online, so parents need to be cautious when choosing toys. Sharp edges and points. Some toys, especially cheap or poorly made ones, have sharp edges or points that could cut or poke a child. Even toys made from harder plastic can develop sharp edges if they break. When buying toys, especially for younger children, check for any parts that could become sharp or break easily. Broken pieces of hard plastic can cut a child's skin, and sharp points can cause injuries to the eyes or face. Even toys like action figures, cars, and playsets can have parts that turn into hazards if they're damaged. Always inspect toys for wear and tear, and if a toy looks like it might break, it's better to get rid of it. Batteries and electrical components. Toys that need batteries, especially the small button batteries, can be extremely dangerous. If a child swallows one of these batteries, it can cause serious damage to their internal organs. In addition, toys with electrical components can sometimes overheat or short circuit, which can lead to burns or even fires. Button batteries are especially dangerous because they're small enough to be swallowed and can burn through a child's esophagus or stomach lining in just a few hours. If your child plays with a toy that uses batteries, make sure the battery compartment is secure and out of reach. It's also important to check for overheating in electronic toys. If a toy gets too hot, it could be a fire hazard. When buying toys, we often see age recommendations on the packaging, but how important are they really? It turns out they're very important. These guidelines are there for a reason. They're not just suggestions. Children under certain ages don't have the motor skills or understanding to handle certain toys safely. For example, a toy designed for a 7-year-old might have parts that a 3-year-old could easily swallow. Similarly, toys with sharp parts or electrical components might not be safe for very young children who might not know how to use them properly. Ignoring age guidelines can lead to serious accidents. There have been many cases where younger children got hold of toys meant for older kids, leading to choking, poisoning, or other injuries. So, it's really important to check the recommended age before giving a toy to your child. Even older children may have trouble with certain toys. For example, a toy that requires careful assembly or has complex instructions might be too challenging for a younger child, leading to frustration or misuse of the toy. It's always best to follow the age recommendation, even if your child seems more mature or capable. There have been many real-life cases where toys caused harm to children. Some toys have even been recalled because of the dangers they pose. One well-known example is the aqua dots case. Aqua dots were tiny, colorful beads that kids used to create pictures. But the coating on the beads contained a chemical that, when ingested, turned into a dangerous substance that could make children very sick. After several cases of children being hospitalized, the toy was recalled. Another example is the case of small magnetic building sets. Children swallowed the tiny magnets, which then stuck together inside their stomachs and intestines, causing severe injuries. These incidents led to recalls and stricter safety guidelines, but similar toys are still being sold. In 2007, a massive recall of toys made in China was issued because the paint used in these toys contained lead, a dangerous chemical that can cause developmental delays in children. Although many toys were removed from shelves, some parents didn't hear about the recall in time, and their children were still exposed to the lead paint. Toys are recalled when it becomes clear that they are unsafe, but many parents don't hear about these recalls. Some toys remain in people's homes even after they've been taken off the market, which is why it's important to stay informed. While most toy companies want to make safe products, they don't always tell the whole story. In some cases, the safety risks aren't fully explained. Toy companies might focus on how fun or educational their product is, while downplaying the dangers. There's also the issue of where toys are made. Toys produced in countries with weaker safety regulations might not meet the standards you expect. Sometimes toxic materials like lead paint slip through the cracks, or the toys aren't tested thoroughly for small parts that can break off. Finally, some toys are marketed in ways that make them seem safer than they are. For example, a toy might be advertised as child-proof or non-toxic, but those labels aren't always true. It's up to parents to do their own research and be cautious. Now that we've looked at the hidden dangers in children's toys, let's talk about how parents can protect their children and make safer choices. Research products before buying. One of the best ways to ensure a toy is safe is to do your research. Before buying a toy, look it up online and check for reviews, especially from other parents. You can also check websites that monitor toy safety, like the Consumer Product Safety Commission, which lists recalled toys and gives updates on safety concerns. Look for safety certifications. When buying toys, check for safety certifications like the CE mark, which shows that the toy meets European safety standards, or the ASTM mark, which is used in the US. These certifications indicate that the toy has passed safety tests and is less likely to contain harmful chemicals or dangerous parts. Check the toy for small parts. Before giving a toy to your child, inspect it for any small parts that could break off. This is especially important if the toy is designed for older children, but a younger child might still get their hands on it. Keep an eye on toy recalls. Sign up for recall alerts so you can stay informed about toys that have been recalled due to safety issues. Many parents don't realize that a toy they bought months ago has been recalled, so it's important to check regularly. Supervise playtime. Finally, supervising your child while they play can prevent accidents before they happen. Keep an eye on how your child interacts with their toys, and make sure they aren't putting small pieces in their mouth or playing too roughly with toys that could break. Instead of buying the most popular toys, which may have hidden risks, here are some safer alternatives you can consider. Choose non-toxic, eco-friendly toys. Look for toys made from natural materials like wood, which are often free from toxic chemicals like lead or phthalates. Many companies now make eco-friendly toys that are safer for both children and the environment. Focus on educational toys. Educational toys like puzzles, building blocks, or art supplies are great options because they don't have small parts or dangerous chemicals. These toys encourage creativity and learning, making them both safe and beneficial for children's development. DIY toys and activities. Sometimes the best toys are the ones you create yourself. Simple household items like cardboard boxes, kitchen utensils, or craft supplies can be turned into fun and safe toys. DIY toys allow parents to control the materials and avoid any risks associated with store-bought products. Conclusion: staying safe in a world of toys 3 to 5 minutes. At the end of the day, toys are meant to bring joy and learning into a child's life. But as we've seen, even the most popular and trusted toys can sometimes hide serious dangers. By being informed and cautious, parents can make safer choices for their children. Remember, safety should always come first, even if it means saying no to a toy your child wants. There are always safer alternatives out there, and your child's health and well-being are worth the extra effort. If you found this video helpful, please share it with other parents and caregivers. Let's spread the word about toy safety and keep our children safe. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips and information on keeping your family safe and healthy. Have any experiences with unsafe toys? Share your story in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.